Hey guys, Cedartree here, and welcome back to another video. Alright, so today's gonna be a little different because I'll be telling a life story which actually happened to me back then. And I appreciate you guys for being open about these kind of video ideas because a lot of times with my videos, they're good, but it's so hard to do them. Like, I have a lot of videos planned, but before I do any of them, I have to defeat the 1020 mode of Final Phrase 2. I promise you that's coming, but it's just so hard to do because of the difficulty of it. But I promise you, I'm gonna get done really soon, and then you'll see more content from now on. That's just like the reason why I haven't really been uploading. But anyways, with that being said, thank you for being open for this kind of topic again. And yeah, I'm gonna be playing this obby game while I talk about this story. All right, so today's story is gonna be that time where my two friends and I snuck over to the staff room. All right, and I'm sure you guys in school know that the staff room. All right, that's where all the teachers go for the break or whatever. And basically, I think a lot of teachers told you this, but um, entering the staff room is a big no-no, especially like back then, because basically back then, right? If you're caught in that staff room, you're in big trouble, okay? So I think this takes place, I don't know, May, June of 2016. It was definitely around the time where school was ending. And I think I was in grade six or something. But basically, what was going on is that a lot of my classmates wanted to know what classes they were going to be in next year, all right? And I want to be with my friends. Oh my gosh, I fell. But I want to be with all my friends, right? I didn't want to be that one dude in like a class full of people who I don't know, right? So, everybody was like hyping up about this class, and I think my one of my classmates, they're talking about sneaking to the staff room to find out what the classes were, all right? And the staff room, they all had a bunch of labels and classes and everything about, who's and who and, all that stuff. So I think we're gonna call my friends X and Z for the story, right? And I know a lot of YouTubers use this, but it's whatever. So basically, my classmate, I overheard him talking about how X and Z was gonna go ahead and sneak to the staff room to find those classes, alright? So I went up to X and Z and I'm like, yo, I can help you guys out if you want, or stuff like that, right? I don't remember too much because I don't know, this was like 6 years ago, but I don't really know what they told me, but I just remember us three all of a sudden grouping up together and we're gonna go ahead and storm that staff room, alright? So basically when the time comes end of class, you know, this is I think on lunch where we go ahead and meet up with one another. Oh my gosh. We go ahead and meet up with one another to plan out this scene, alright? So they're kind of talking about how after class, we're just gonna go to the staff room, alright? And then I'm kind of just there like what? Because at the class, everybody's gonna be out, right? Everyone's gonna be in the hallways and all that stuff. So I'm like, that's stupid, and we're gonna get caught. But they're like, no, 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 we're gonna go ahead and like camp out a little bit, wait till everyone's out, and then we'll execute our plan. And basically, it takes I don't know 10 minutes for everyone to go out, and the teachers just go to the classroom, do their thing, whatever, right? So then I started to kind of like agree with them because like, why on earth would we go like right after the bell rings? That's just stupid. So I don't really remember what happened, but the bell for the final class ends. Everyone's out for the day, and everyone's trying to keep it secret. They're like, "Yo, don't get caught." But a few of them, they're kind of just saying that in front of the teachers, right? So it was kind of suspicious. But we kept it on the low, and we just waited for everyone to just leave. So I don't really remember, but I imagine we just waited in the classroom until everybody left. So the time came, everybody left, and I'm gonna lay out the layout for you, alright? So imagine this big hallway, alright? And at the end of this hallway, there's like these two big doors to the stairwell, and there's this other door to your right, which leads to the second floor or whatever, right? Basically, we had to take the door on the right. And so once everyone wasn't there, we kind of just slowly and quietly made our way to the door on the right. And once we entered the door to the right, you would have a bunch of stairwells and cases and all that stuff, which we had to go up. And I think we kept it quiet because you know how like you're walking up those stairs in the school, and all of a sudden like that thing just starts echoing, right? So we made sure not to make it echo because as soon as we got to the stairwell, okay, there's also a kind of hallway. There's two classes on the right side. There's a water fountain on the left side, and straight ahead of us from there is the staff room. So after slowly making our way to the on top of the stairwell and slowly made our way past the classes because we were making sure there were no teachers in there. The coast was clear, and we made it to the entrance of the staff room, right? I think X went in, made like a little peek. As soon as it was confirmed that no teachers were in there, oh, Zed and I, we entered the classroom, alright? So basically, I think I was in charge of making okay. I think the tower kind of reset. But I was making sure that no teacher was gonna come in and find us. So I was on watch duty. While I think X and Z were there getting like photos because they were the only ones who had phones on them, alright? I think back then I just left my phone at home, so I couldn't really take any photos or anything. But when we got to that staff room, right? Imagine just a bunch of boards, a bunch of like, I don't know, letters, names, just a bunch of billboards, um, like covering the whole room. Like it was like a maze, dude. That room was huge. And so X and Z were kind of just overwhelmed and getting stressed because we're like we had a limited amount of time to be in there. And it's like there's so many things where we can't even find out where we are. But I think after like 2 minutes, they finally found all the classes everyone was gonna be in. So they started taking photos, alright? And I was kind of chilling out, just watching, but also kind of trying to stay quiet. And then it was all fun and games until I started hearing those high heels in the hallway, alright? And when the hallway's quiet and all that stuff, everything just echoes from the other end of the hallway, alright? I'm hearing the high heels come closer and closer. So I started freaking out. But I think X and Z were like too far away just to hear my whisper. So I had to sort of like loud whisper, you know? It kind of doesn't make sense, but basically I'm kind of just shouting, but it's whispering, you know? So they all heard me and they're like, oh shoot, right? So the two of them, I don't know where they hid, but I hid behind the door. But thankfully, whoever was walking that hallway didn't end up coming to the staff room. They just went ahead and entered another classroom, I think. And so the coast was clear, and my friends continued to take photos of the. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Anyways, my friends just continued to take photos of the classes we were in. Okay, and they were taking photos of every class because of course there's some grade twos and all that stuff who we don't even know. So we're just taking photos of the grades we were in. All right. And I think they saw my name, they saw their name on there. And then eventually, once they were all finished up with the classes and the photos and all that stuff, we then just started to depart after the coast was clear. And, you would expect us to just slowly, you know, make our way outside. No, as soon as they were done, they booked it. We ran, okay? We just started running because we didn't want to be caught, alright? And I remember those two just sprinted to the stairwell, okay? And I look over to I think my right, and I see a caretaker at the other end of the hallway, right? And I just, I didn't stop. I just kept running with my other friends. And Okay, so we went down the stairwell, we entered through the doors, and then we had to turn left to go to that stairwell. So we turned left, opened that door, started running out. I think it was like 4 p.m. at this point. We ran out, and we're kind of just we had to go down this stairwell, right? And it took forever. But then finally we made to the end. We took I think a left to exit. Oh my gosh, to exit the doors, right? And then we were out on the school property. Okay, so the school property is actually pretty big, alright? But basically, if you turn left, there's like this playground and a few other things. If you turn right, there are gates with all the bikes and everything, where I usually would exit out, alright? So my friends and I were running to the exit, and then all of a sudden, I hear my mom. She's like yelling my name. She's like, "Yo, Cedar, yo, come!" Right? And I heard her calling me, so I had to stop, right? Because I think you don't want to get in trouble, right? But she was like basically saying we had to wait until my sister comes out of her class order, right? So now I'm freaking out because whoever was in the school just heard us all running outside of the school, right? And now I had to wait outside, and at any point they could catch me, right? And I don't know what we were waiting for. I think it was like to finish up. Like we were waiting for my sister to come out of school, whatever, right? So I think we waited there for like 10 minutes or so. So thankfully, no teacher came out and caught me because first of all, if I was caught, my mom would be there to witness it, and that wouldn't have been good. So yeah, that's basically the story. We ended up, I think, just going home, and that's where our memory kind of just blurs out. But that was basically the story of how my friends and I stuck it to the staff room. And if you're watching this right now, don't do it. You could get into some big trouble if you do. And that was just a stupid idea and plan my friends and I did. But hey, it all worked out in the end. All my classmates learned what class they were in, and I ended up being with all my friends in grade 7. So that was really lit. Anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed the story. And if you guys want more sort of life stories like this, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching to the end. And with that being said, I will see you all in my next video. Peace out, guys.